at Dewomi. Remember, you can watch us live on Facebook at OGTV and Ogun State Television, on YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website on www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, you can check us on this platform, X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. The federal government has renamed the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway as the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Coastal Highway, with the Minister of Works David Umahi saying the decision was taken in recognition of the President's long-standing vision for the project. Umahi announced the development during a media briefing in Abuja, where he also disclosed that President Bola Tinubu had approved a 400-kilometer extension of the Fort Legacy Highway and the reconstruction of sections of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. According to the minister, the decision to rename the coastal highway was taken by the Ministry of Works after consultations with the ministry's leadership. Umahi described the first section of the 750-kilometer highway stretching from Victoria Island to Lekki as a major infrastructure milestone. According to him, the 47.47-kilometer six-lane carriageway includes a 25-meter median reserved for a future railway line. And home in Ogun State, the Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has described his wife, Bamidele Abiodun, as a woman whose life is defined by compassion, integrity, humility, and commitment to the service of humanity. He stated this during a Thanksgiving service marking her 60th birthday in Lagos. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Gediu has the details.
Dignitaries from far and near gathered here to celebrate the wife of Ogun State Governor Bamidele Abiodun on her 68th birthday, and to thank God for preserving her life and granting her the grace to attain the milestone. Governor Abiodun praised her passion for humanitarian service, noting that her interventions and advocacy for women, children, and vulnerable groups have transformed lives across Ogun State and beyond.
I want to thank the Almighty God for the woman she has become and how Bamidele has evolved over the years. I want to thank the Almighty God for how far He has looked after us as a family.
According to the governor, Bamidele Abiodun's life exemplifies virtues of selflessness, compassion, and a dedication to the common good, qualities that have endeared her to many within and outside the state.
One cannot be more than grateful for the hills and valleys of life and the challenges that we've all gone through as a family. I want to thank the Almighty God for His healing. I want to thank the Almighty God and pray that in this hope, affliction will not rise again.
Yeah. The celebrant's father, Professor Oladipo Oduye, among others, expressed gratitude to God for the privilege of witnessing his daughter's 68th birthday.
Mo ṣàdúrà pé kó máa ní ìtẹ̀síwájú. Mo dúpẹ́ fún oore ọ̀fẹ́ t'Ọlọ́run fún mi pẹ̀lú Bámidélé.
But she's elegant, pretty, my role model, quiet. She's a real mother. She's wonderful.
Delivering the sermon, Pastor Ben Akabweze of the Redeemed Christian Church of God described the attainment of 60 years as a milestone made possible only by God's grace. He said 6 decades of life symbolize resilience, perseverance, faith, and strength. Virtues he noted have been evident in Bamidele Abiodun's commitment to God and a lifelong service to humanity.
Our lives can be fruitful in many ways. And so, even in old age, God expects to shine through us, expects us to remain fruitful, to continue to live a life of impact. 60 is by no means signing off life. The years ahead are opportunities to shine even brighter, opportunities to mentor younger generations and to deepen your faith.
Pastor Akabueze urged Christians to live a life of purpose and positive impact, reminding them that every person there is an opportunity to leave behind a legacy worthy of remembrance. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
Moving on, Chief Waliu Olajide Ojukwu has been recognized for what is called exceptional leadership in community development, political impact, and enduring legacy. The recognition, a Lifetime Achievement Award, was bestowed on him by Gazelle News at his annual public lecture and awards held in Lagos. Elizabeth Esau witnessed the event, reports that the Olota of Ota, Wuri Land, Oba Abdulkabir Obalan Lege was among the dignitaries who honored at the ceremony. Here is a report.
The annual public lecture and awards is organized by the Gazelle News to identify issues of national interest and provide solutions through contributions from notable Nigerian leaders, while also honoring individuals and corporate bodies for their contributions to national development. The theme for this year's event was driving grassroots governance with public-private partnership, the gains, the pains, and the prospect.
Poor policy implementation, weak transparency, corruption, political interference, inadequate community participation, and inconsistent government policies can undermine partnerships put together. So let us agree collectively that it's time to embrace partnership, not as an option, but as the primary pathway to resilient, inclusive, and a prosperous local government era, and also Nigeria.
Among the dignitaries honored at the event was the Olota of Ota, Wuri Land, Oba Abdulkabir Obalan Lege, represented by the Onibudo of Ayeto Robudo, and Chief Waliu Olajide Ojukwu, who received the Lifetime Achievement Award. Gazelle News noted that with over 4 decades of political involvement and extensive experience in governance, corporate leadership, and traditional institutions, Chief Waliu Olajide Ojukwu remains a distinguished statesman whose contributions continue to shape Ogun State and beyond.
Chief Ojukwu is a community man, a community leader, a father of all, and those who started politics. He has been around since the Second Republic.
Dignitaries and well-wishers who came to felicitate with Chief Ojukwu spoke glowingly about his personality.
Met him, it was on the platform of politics, and I think he performed creditably, very well known, from a disciplined family and well-known father.
I found him very reliable over the years, and he deserves this award.
He has contributed immensely to the political development in Lagos and Ogun State.
Chief Ojukwu, by every dint of mayor, deserve to be recognized, significantly so.
His counsel, his support, and it's quite very strategic in the way that he's down to earth, so his adversary is very, very cogent.
His good work in politics made us interested in politics. He's been a politician by excellence.
To the awardee, Chief Waliu Olajide Ojukwu, the reward for hard work is more work.
As a politician and businessman, I want to try and ensure that whatever you do, the interest of my people is first.
Chief Waliu Olajide Ojukwu, a former commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs, is currently the senior special assistant to Governor Dapo Abiodun on political matters. He is also the Olotu of Ota, Wuri Land, and Balogun of Ojokoro in Lagos, where he serves as a kingmaker. Elizabeth Esson, OGTV News.
On education, the Ogun State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, has continued its monitoring exercise of the ongoing 2025-2026 third-term examinations in public primary schools across Obafemi Owode and Ewekoro local government areas as part of efforts to ensure compliance with examination guidelines and to uphold quality assurance in the state basic education system. The second-day exercise also featured a prospective head teachers training program at the board's headquarters in Ukemoso, aimed to strengthen leadership capacity and improving effective school management. Olaide Oloye Shuluade has the details.
Activities commenced
at the suburb headquarters in Okemoson, where teachers selected for prospective headship positions participated in a capacity building program. Addressing the participants, the chairman of Ogun State Universal Basic Education Board, Evangelist Olalekon Ifede, urged the prospective head teachers to uphold professionalism, integrity, and accountability in the discharge of their duties, stressing that effective leadership remains key to achieving quality basic education.
We have to put this thing in place because we know that when you come, we'll be able to see you even physically and assess you, and also have that confidence that yes, we are sending competent, viable, intelligent head teachers to our schools.
Following the training, the chairman led the monitoring team to selected public primary schools across Obafemi Owode and Ewekoro local government to assess the conduct of the ongoing third-term examinations. The team inspected examination halls, monitored pupils' participation, verified examination materials, and ensured strict compliance with approved examination procedures. Commending the teachers for their commitment and dedication, Evangelist Olalekon Ifede encouraged them to sustain the high standard of discipline and professionalism.
And we have also advised them that with the kind of quality of certificate that is in their hands, they should be able to deliver. The story is changing anyway, so we believe that it will be getting better as we continue to work on it.
Head teachers in the schools visited expressed appreciation for the board's continuous supervision, describing the exercise as a vital quality assurance mechanism.
The examination has commenced and everything is in order. In my own school today, we have 216 learners present out of 220 something, 23, because we have some learners that are dropped from coming because of one thing or the other.
The second day monitoring exercise concluded as the board chairman expressed satisfaction with the level of compliance observed in the schools visited, where reaffirming his commitment to sustaining regular supervision and improving the quality of basic education across the state. Olaide Oloye Sholuade, OGTV News.
The Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the Governing Council of Olabisi Onabanjo University, Professor Oluwatoyin Ashiru, has underscored the importance of visionary leadership and discipline in building resilient institutions. Professor Ashiru made this known at a retreat organized in honor of members of the University Governing Council, where he reflected on the Council's 4-year stewardship. The theme of the retreat is celebrating service, leadership and institutional growth. Margaret Ukulola reports.
After 4 years of service to wrap up by 25th of August 2026 and stewardship as Governing Council members of Olabisi Onabanjo University, these are members of the Governing Council who gathered to reflect and celebrate their efforts at moving the university forward. The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, Professor Oluwatoyin Ashiru, said the Council's primary focus over the past 4 years had been to strengthen governance structures, promote institutional resilience, and support management in delivering the university's vision.
Our stewardship requires prioritizing long-term institutional health over short-term accolades. We drove academic excellence through modernized curricula. We elevated university reputation on the national stage. So by 2026, we have positioned OU with profound resilience for future accomplishment. The job is far from finished, but we've laid a foundation that position OU with profound resilience for future accomplishment.
Professor Ashiru further noted that the Governing Council deliberately avoided interfering with the day-to-day administration of the university, allowing management to execute its mandate. On his part, the Vice-Chancellor of the university, Professor Ayodeji Agbola, says the Governing Council and the management working in tandem has built a legacy of growth, partnership and digital transformation in the citadel of learning.
Together, Council and management have expanded academic opportunity, strengthened research, improved infrastructural base of this university, enhanced staff welfare, deepened community engagement, broadened global partnership, and reinforce ORU standing as one of Nigeria's leading state universities.
Ogun State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, commends the synergy between the Governing Council and the university's management.
And I want to express my sincere appreciation for the selfless service, the dedication of all members.
After 4 years of service to wrap up,
Kogi State government said it has successfully rescued the 4 persons kidnapped during the recent attack on an examination center in Olowa Dekina local government area of the state. Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwo, will disclose this in a statement. Described the rescue as the outcome of a coordinated security operations ordered by Governor Ahmed Ududu immediately after the incident. According to the Commissioner, Governor Ududu directed the State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara, to coordinate a joint rescue mission involving the Nigerian Army, the Department of State Service, the Nigerian Police Force, local vigilante groups, and other security operatives. Fanwo commended the gallantry and professionalism of the officers and men of the Nigerian Army, the DSS, the police, local security operatives, and all other agencies involved in the rescue mission. Meanwhile, the National Examination Council has defended the integrity of government secondary schools in the Kina local government area of Kogi State, dismissing claims that the institution is a miracle center and stating that it has consistently presented candidates for the senior school certificate examination since 2000. NECO made the clarification on Friday while responding to allegations against the school following the abductions of 5 persons, including examination officials and candidates during the ongoing 2026 SSCE. In a statement signed by his acting director of Information and Public Relations, Aziz Sani, the council rejected the allegation, insisting that the school is a legitimate public institution owned by the Kogi State government and has operated for more than 4 decades. While sympathizing with the victims, NECO commended the Kogi State government and security agencies for securing the release of 4 of those abducted. Latest telecommunications industry data shows Nigerian active mobile subscription rose to 188.01 million in April, with Globacom accounting for 23.18 million. The industry figures released by the Nigerian Communications Commission showed sustained growth in mobile access following the recent verification of subscribers' data across network. The data also showed that tele-density rose to 86.73%, while broadband subscription increased to 120.68 million, indicating growing demand for voice and internet services. According to the data, the subscriber-based positions the operators for growth in data services, youth offerings, small business connectivity, and customers' retention ahead of this 23rd anniversary in August. And on the foreign scene, the U.S. has launched a wave of strikes against Iran for the 6th night in a row, its military said, as the two sides battled over control of the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command CENTCOM said the attacks were intended to further degrade Iranian military capabilities before saying it had boarded a vessel as part of its blockade of Iranian ports. Media and provisional authorities reported that the U.S. had hit civilian infrastructure, including bridge, a train station, and an airport. Moving on to the world of sports, FIFA has appointed Slovenia referee Slanko Vinci to officiate the 2026 FIFA World Cup final between Spain and Argentina. The World Football Governing Body announced the match officials on its official X handle on Friday. The final battle will take place on Sunday. Vinci will be assisted by fellow Slovenian Tomas and Andres Kovaci as first and second assistant referees respectively. Jordan's Adam has been named fourth official, while Mohamed Al-Khalaf will serve as reserve assistant referee. The final will be played at 80,663 capacity New York, New Jersey Stadium in USA, with kickoff scheduled for 3 p.m. local time. Spain booked their place in the final after beating France in the semi-finals. We now end up the news with these words. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but an habit. We have now come to the end of OGTV News at 2.